And so floor is mine, but I don't think in the red corner gonna like what we got to say with this first topic. But guess what? We're gonna put them into submission and show them that hey man, UFC is also a combat sport as well. They may use their feet, they may use a little bit more. It's hand-to-hand combat, some science, some art to it. You gotta find a way to get to a knockout or way at least making somebody tap out. It ain't wrestling, because I know a few of these people got knocked out, and I was over here looking at the results, and I was over here pulling a Meek Mill. Get up! But they didn't get up. They didn't get up. So we got to recap real quick. Our shocking moments. Like what biggest reaction from UFC 300? So Joe, I know we had the UFC chat jumping. I didn't know that many people was gonna join in on the conversation, bro. I thought it was just gonna be like the solid four that's in there, but a lot of people showed up. A boxing fight was happening that same night too. That's why I got interested.
Yeah, I know.
So, I'm gonna start this one off right quick though, because
All right, do your thing.
my biggest reaction was the fact that I got two picks. Out of the predictions that we did, I got two of them, and one of them was a shocker. I thought I picked Bo for one, but I had to go back and watch the show. I was like, oh, no, I had to be the lone wolf. I wanted to pick Bo. That's what it was. I should have won with my instinct. Also, another shocker was that Dana White was out here upping the performance pay. I heard he gave the fighters like a performance bonus of like $300K. Mm-hmm. So that means the UFC fighters are trying to get paid now, because that's one of the biggest gripes with the UFC. And also the knockout. The knockout. Everyone would say not the KO. The KO was something, but the technical knockout, the setup from Alex when he put Hill down, that was something else. It was just like, man, they was going back and forth, and it was just like Pacquiao. You just fell. So that was one of them. And then the ladies, they showed up. But yeah, my biggest reaction for real is just the fact of that performance bonus. That was one of those things that was like, you can pay the fighters.
Yeah, and I think it led up to the hype. They said it was the biggest UFC event in history. It's all with Max Holloway, man. Max Holloway, he was, third BMF champion all time. The crazy thing about that fight, Tomo, is that he already won 3 rounds, right? So he won. He just got players say, you know how it is in the fighting sport, right? You win it, or any sport period. You up with a big league, you burn the clock out, right? That's football, that's basketball, that's boxing, that's everything. This man called him out in the middle of the ring. It was like, come on, like stand on business. And they started having a slugfest, and he knocked him out. I'm like, yo, that's guts, because he could have risked the fight, just like UFC, one hit, you out, or any fighting sport. So
he turned into Dragonfly Jones.
Nah, he ain't get whooped. Dragonfly Jones get whooped. Silence. I ain't got your money, punk. Got a whole stock in his hand. All right, but yeah, that fight was epic, man. That was an epic fight. So the women, Zhang and Yan, I want to talk about that real quick too. That fight was crazy because Yan was winning like the beginning of the fight, but then Zhang just took over, man. Like her submission, like she almost choked her out twice. It was one time at the end of the round. Yan, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but Zhang had him in a chokehold, and she wasn't tap. She was not tap. The bell rung, and then she got out. Yan was laying on the ground like this. I'm like, yo, she passed. She snapped out of it and got up. Almost got choked out twice, and Zhang dominated that fight afterwards. Even though Zhang got dropped in one round, but then she got up and dominated that round. And then lastly, I want to talk about is when he took Pereira, like you said, with Jamal Hill. That was crazy. Like I told y'all, I picked Jamal Hill. He was like, I'm gonna knock him out. But Tom, I should have learned my lesson. You know how that be, bro.
I told you on the episode, man. I said as soon as they say that, it always go wrong, man.
Exactly. Man, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna take my belt, right? Thought he was Booker T. I'm coming for you, right? So then they in the first round kicking each other, kicking at each other's legs. I feel like Jamal was more active, and then he kicked him in the mid. He kicked Pereira in the midsection. The ref tried to come in and stop, and Pereira like, whoa, I got this. Like, back up, ref. Ref backed up. Like 5 seconds later, knockout, boom, and they hit him with the with your man Lane. Hit him with the.
It was the seller. He was like, get up, get up.
So that was big. So and that was a crazy way. And last thing I say about Pereira, so he's been fighting for less than 3 years. He already won a middleweight champion, light heavyweight champion, and defending the light heavyweight championship on the biggest UFC stage as of yet. So he's doing big things, and he's still new, you know. So shout out to the UFC, man. They did a good job that weekend, on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the eclipse that got sports that don't get the much the highlights that they need, but from women's sports all the way to UFC, the numbers have been going crazy with record breaking. Maybe it's because the writer's strike is over and people still trying to find good shows to watch. You know, maybe because the Tubi movies that fell off just a little bit. I don't know, man. But everybody going back to sports.
Man, you right, man. NCAA women's ratings are up. UFC ratings are up. Pistons ratings are up. I mean, it's a crazy day, man.
WrestleMania, like it's been going crazy.
Sounds like good, man. Sounds like good.
Everybody ratings up, so we gotta talk about how our ratings keep going up, up, up. Dave voice.
Hey, you right, Tomo. So the last 7 days, all 7 shows on R2L views has been up. All right, so the time is good with the Be a Refuse to Lose member also. But let's go through these shows, man. Oh, Dave not here. So look, like Dave says, we have a plethora show. This is a network, not just a show. R2L is the main show, but we got other shows